showing up to our new show today. You know, 5 years ago, Sherry and I did this program, and we've seen a lot of things that are still happening to our seniors. The same type of incidents and scams are going on here. So we want to review this program, and what it's about is ruse burglary. And what ruse burglary is basically is 2 or more people that are scamming our senior citizens. And they do it by isolating a senior from their home, and then the second person goes in and burglarizes their home. So what you want to do is be aware of suspicious people. It's kind of like a grandparent scam. You don't know this person, don't talk to that person, don't let them in your house. So you want to be aware of these types of people. Utility workers, real estate agents, unfortunately police officers, firefighters, door-to-door salespersons, person asking about lost pets, somebody asking for directions, somebody claiming a new neighbor, or a surveyor. The reason being is there's been so many different types of scams where these people are now posing as these people. We've had people as utility workers, water department, real estate agents, neighbors ask for to come out and look at lot line. So when they do that, they isolate you, and then their partners come in and burglarize your home. A lot of times they do is they'll drive your neighborhood, looking for seniors that are outside, doing yard work, doing landscaping, whatever, and that's how they pick you out. They know the senior in that home.
Okay, a lot of times the seniors say, well, why did they pick on me? You know, I'm just home minding my own business. Why did they pick on the senior citizens? They know that most likely you are home alone, so they're going to pick on you. They know that a lot of times seniors will say, well, I really do need some kind of help, you know, with the yard or with my house. It is kind of nice of you. They just happen to show up that day. You might be vulnerable, maybe some cognition or some judgment impairment. Also, you know, I always hear the seniors say too, well, I didn't want to be rude. You know, I don't want to offend them. So you just let them do it. You just let them walk in your house because you don't want to ask them questions. When someone knocks at your door, we don't open it. Let you know. You know, you look out the peephole. If you don't have one, look out your window. See who it is. Always talk to them through a locked screen door, right? Always locked screen door. Because what they're going to want to do is they want to put that foot in the door. You can open it, the foot goes in. My 92-year-old neighbor just had it happen to her Tuesday night. Put the foot in the door. So that you got, if it's locked, they can't do that. Make sure that you ask them for their credentials. Again, don't worry if you're offending them. Too bad. You don't have to let anybody in. I don't care who they say they are. I don't care what uniform they're in. If you feel, you know, that you're uncomfortable with it, you need to say, I need your credentials. I'm going to call 311 if it's during the day hours to verify you should be here. I could even call the police. You can stand there and wait, and if they're gone when you come back, what did that tell you? Call their, sometimes they say, oh, here, ma'am, sir, call the number. Here's my business card. You don't call the number that's on their card because that's probably a friend of theirs sitting in a car on the street. You look up the phone number yourself. Don't ever call some number they give you. Someone comes to your door and they said, oh, here's my little son. He needs a drink of water. Can we just let him in? He needs to use the bathroom. Can he come in? No. Sorry. You don't live in that world anymore. You know, you can't trust that because you don't know what they're going to do when they get in. They got kids that now will open up bathroom windows and unlock them so they can come back later. You don't know that. So you've got to be very careful. They need something. What do you need? I will call the police for you. You can stand on the porch. I'll call the police for you and then let them come and assist you. We got lots of resources so they can wait. Okay. And just a couple other things. Don't leave your wallets or your purses open, you know, right out where you can see them, especially if you've got a door that, you know, if you have a stand right by your door. Don't leave purses and wallets right there. Your jewelry and your small valuables, obviously put them in safes. Keep your doors locked. Even when you're outside, this is huge. I know that a lot of you are outside mowing your lawn or tending to your gardens, raking, whatever. That house needs to be locked, and the key needs to be in your pocket with you every time. You know, every time. Even if you're sitting in a lawn chair in your own driveway, the garage really should, if you got your garage door open, the house needs to be locked, and the key in your pocket, because, again, you don't know if they come up to you, talk to you, try to distract you, And there you go. You know, they'll take you to the backyard, or the side of the yard, and then they're in your house. You can't get in there if you have your house is locked and the key is with you in your pocket. And always try to have a cell phone or a cordless with you too when you're outside.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is a little skit. We want to show you exactly how a ruse burglary works. Can you hear me? Jerry wants it. I work one. So we're going to do a little skit for you. We're going to show you exactly how a ruse burglary works. Remember that there's many different ways that they use a ruse to get you isolated. This is going to be one of them.
Who's there?
I have to check your water pressure in the pipes. We are having neighborhood troubles.
Oh, really? Well, come on in.
Yes, ma'am. There's been some problems in the area here. Can you please take me to your kitchen sink? There's some pressure problems in this neighborhood with the water, and show me where your kitchen is. Don't be shy. So we want to take a look. Here's your kitchen sink. Okay, now get over here by me. I need to look underneath here. There's going to be a circumstance where your pipes have a valve. And have you been having trouble with your pressure?
Not at all.
Well, sometimes it doesn't do it in the same house where the sink is, but it affects the neighbors' homes. And this is something new because they've changed the pipes around. So we've had some reports in this neighborhood that people are having problems with their pressure in their kitchen sinks. So we're checking all the kitchen sinks to see which one is causing this issue. Now let me check this other little valve over here. Can you look right under here? Boy, we've got a lot of stuff in here. You probably should clean this out. Anyway, see now here's this valve. I'm working on this one valve. Try the sink above top now. Turn it on. Turn on your water. I know there's no knob, but pretend. There we are. Still not doing anything, is it? Oh my. Well, let's try one more time. Oops, just a minute here. Okay. Hello?
Hey, partner, we're done. We're loaded. I'm out of there already.
Okay, well, guess what? That was my foreman, and they found the pressure problem in another neighbor's home. So I have to go now.
Well, just a minute. What? Can you just wait a minute? I just made a batch of muffins. How about a cup of coffee? No.
I gotta go. Thank you, ma'am.
So So you're wondering why no one's doing introductions yet, or why we're here. We wanted to wait until we let you know why we were here. We wanted to let you see a skit. I referenced this skit, as I was saying earlier, in a lot of different ways that they get you isolated. You just saw one of them. All right, lots of times they'll do is have you turn that water on full force. They'll make you bang on pipes. Why are they doing that? They want to make noise so you don't hear the second person coming in. All right, we've had issues where they had salesmen or new neighbor. Let's check the lot lines. You know, isolation. Come on up here, you guys. Or you have to come back there. We might break that, the three of us up there. So why do we do this? Because we do it through our TRIAD programs. And that's what I want to do is acknowledge and kind of talk about TRIAD. Does anybody in this room tonight not know what TRIAD is? Or today know what TRIAD is? Anybody? Good, I'll save you some time. But I tell you, we have a very successful TRIAD program. And if you see the A team, which is the three of us, all right, because we've been working on this for almost 8 years, the three of us together, doing programs for our seniors. And this is a very important program we want to bring forward. So I'll give Randy and Sherry a hand. Let's, I feel that we are the 18 because of the program we do it, but we couldn't be the 18 without support of our TRIAD volunteers. So if you could look around for any of the black polo shirts, stand up, please. If you're not standing, please stand up. Let's give them a hand of applause. So there's these people that help us do the job that we do. We want really appreciate doing it. But what's even more important is that the TRIAD program is about three things. The senior citizens, obviously, the senior service supporters, and most importantly, the police officers. And we have three great supporters in reference to that. One is the sheriff. Sheriff Kramer is very supportive. He just started back up as the sheriff this year, but he was a TRIAD member one time before. And then two more of those supporters are our Chief Swoboda and Chief Merritt from Elgin Township. Sherry's going to Annette. I know Annette. I was going to bring her. I was going to have her stand up. And where is Annette? Isn't she here? Oh, there she is. If Annette could stand up. Annette Miller, our supervisor of Elgin Township TRIAD. Almost everything that we do, large events, would not be able to be done without Annette Miller. Let's give her a huge round. Very veterans in, we want to say thank you for our support and work being a veteran. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Mothers, happy Mother's Day. That's coming up. All right, let's give them a hand. And most importantly, you know, in the last several months, we've been having a lot of bad rap in law enforcement. But as you see here, there's a lot of law enforcement officers here today. Could you all stand up, please? Because these are all law enforcement, so you stand up. If you're looking for these guys, these types of programs also would not be in front of you to let you learn. So believe me, there's a lot of great officers out there. Matter of fact, most of us are pretty good guys and girls. So on that note, we're going to bring up the two chiefs, because they're over there MCs.
Thank you very much, and really, I just want to echo what Kevin said, in that we really appreciate you guys being here today. I think what we realize in law enforcement is that we're at our best when we prevent crime. You know, we're very good at arresting people, we're very good at identifying who's committed crimes and then putting them in jail along with the judiciary. But when we're at our best is when we work with the community to identify what is going on and then prevent the crime ever from occurring. So that's where I think programs like this are so important, and I really want to thank TRIAD and Kevin and Sherry and everyone for putting this on. This is a lot of work to put these on. So one more time, if you could hear it for the TRIAD members and for Kevin. Good morning, everybody.
They did turn it on. Morning, everybody. I just want to thank everybody for having me. I think Jeff's words were adequate and appropriate. We love being involved with the seniors in our communities. It's probably one of the most important
areas of service which we provide. We enjoy your company, we enjoy helping you when we can, and we really, really enjoy being part of events like this, so thank you again.
All right. And I believe I am first, so with that, we'll have our first person come down.
What's important to you?
He's flexing it. All right. So then after each person goes up, we're going to do a little bit of an interview. You'll kind of see a kind of a pattern here. So first of all, what's your name?
Officer Gutierrez with the Elgin Police Department.
And why might you show up at someone's door unannounced?
If there's a service call or a call for service at that address, or if I'm investigating something that happened in the neighborhood and I want to talk to the residents.
Is there any reason that you might want to go inside their home?
Sure, if they need the police, obviously if there's an emergency, or if something happened at the residence that they need a police report.
So when you were standing there, as Chief Merritt said, were you pointing at your back or were you trying to flex? What were you doing?
I was pointing at the police so that you can recognize when you got the police in front of you.
A little more.
I agree. Do you have a vehicle that's easy to identify?
I do. It's a black and white, and it's got a light bar on top, and it says police.
And do we sometimes show up in vehicles that don't say police, even though they're marked squads?
We do. We also have one marked squad cars, and it could be any color. And most of the times you would not see that it's in police cars, but if you pay close attention, you can tell it's police car.
And I think your daughter wants you for a second. Okay. And where would you park your vehicle when you show up at someone's house?
Depends on the type of call. Sometimes, if it's it's going to be I would say like a domestic or something like that. I would probably park a little farther down the road and approach the house that way. If it's just a routine report, then I would just park in front of the house.
All right, maybe you can take one more lap, everybody. Can we hear it for Officer Gutierrez with the Elgin Police Department?
Listen, I just want to object to one thing. You. What do you hire 11-year-olds to be policemen? Turn 12.
It's tough to follow. And with that, we won't make you do the whole runway, but sometimes we have officers in plain clothes as well. So we won't go through the whole list of things, but Steve, maybe you can, this is Detective Sergeant Steve Bianchi, talk about what you guys generally wear, the cars you have, and why you might be in someone's house.
Okay, as he said, I'm Sergeant Steve Bianchi with the Investigations Division, Elgin Police. A lot of times you'll see us show up to your house looking just like this. In the afternoon, sometimes we'll be wearing jeans and a collared shirt. Depending on how cold it is outside, what coats we're wearing, it won't always say police. Usually they will not say police. The cars we drive will not say police. They don't have the municipal plates. They will be just a normal Ford or Chevy or whatever, truthfully, we can get our hands on sometimes because we like to take different cars so that we're not always identified as the police because we sometimes watch areas. We don't always pull up in front of your house. One of the big things that we'll do is we'll watch, see if people are home. So as always, if you see somebody outside and you're not sure and you think it might be the police, as you were told by Sherry earlier, call us. Call 911. Call the non-emergency number if you have that. You know, if we show up to your door and we're looking like this, and a lot of times we wear our badges around our neck, it might be on our hip as well. If you don't see it, like she said, through a locked door, ask. We will not be offended. And we will even tell you, you have the number to call the police department, call them, ask them, we will wait there patiently, okay? We will ask occasionally to come into your house because we don't want to be seen standing outside your house because if you do provide some type of vital information, we don't want to let your neighbors, if it is one of your neighbors, we don't want to let them know that you are giving us the information, okay? So we will come at different times of the day and night. We try to be very cognizant if it's too late or anything else. But again, if you're not sure of who's at your door, call the emergency or non-emergency number of the police department and ask. We will not be upset. If you are thinking that we might be the police, we also carry separate IDs. We always have our ID in our wallet. So if you see our shields, which unfortunately almost anybody can go out and buy a badge or a shield and put it on their neck and walk up with a plastic gun on their hip or anything else and say, yeah, I'm the police, I need to come in. If you're not sure, if there's no reason, or if they're not giving you a reason, again, make sure you know who you're letting in and call us at the non-emergency number.
Thank you very much, Detective Sergeant Steve.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath. All about a Saturday night. Hold on the double just like thinking everything was alright. When I sit down to trouble, put my feet on the floor. I went to town around and I opened the door. And splish.
All right, welcome. Can you, round of applause. All right, can you introduce yourself and tell us who you work for?
Phil Martinez, I'm with the Water Department in the meter division.
All right, well, welcome. And why might you show up at a resident's house unannounced?
There are a few occasions, generally we try not to, but if we're having problems with your meter reading, for example, if it's way off, we may need to confirm it. But we generally try to contact you by mail. The water department is composed of different divisions, our lab, distribution department. The distribution department repairs water main breaks. They may need to come to your home to verify after a repair that your water pressure and your water service has been restored. The lab may need to come to take a sample from your water if a neighbor had a questionable result, and they may want to confirm and take your sample to make sure that there are no problems in the area. But the thing they wanted to stress is that we have our IDs with us at all times, and our uniforms have the city logo, and our vehicles are all marked with the city logo too. So don't let anybody in if they say they're from the water department, because that's the one that they use the most to get into your home. If we're not proper, if they don't have the proper ID. Okay, so this is all really done to protect you, the seniors, and the community in general. So we do it for you. And we want, like I mentioned before, we won't be offended if you don't let us in. Okay? Or you make us wait to confirm who we are.
Boy, you're good. You went through every one of my questions without me having With that, though, when you show up, first of all, what kind of car would you be driving? Would it be marked, and where would you park it?
Generally, we have a van, a white van with the city logo on the side. And we park it in front of your home or in your driveway.
And you mentioned before about going inside their home. Would you need to go inside their home generally unannounced?
Yes, because a lot of times your meter is located in the basement or a utility closet or something like that, so there may be an occasion where we may.
Okay. And any other last minute tips as far as what you guys wear, or if somebody has a problem or doesn't believe it's you and doesn't believe your ID, can they maybe call somebody?
Yeah, the 311, that's another thing that the city has implemented that is there for your safety too. Don't hesitate to call them if it's off hours, the non-emergency numbers or 911 to confirm who we are. I just wanted to say if they're coming in that want to check your pressure, that'll always happen after a water main break, for example, and you'll know that a crew was there doing a repair because they'll have a lot of equipment, dump trucks and repair a backhoe. So you'll know that we were in your area because you'll see the flashing lights and everything. So the thing is just that if you don't feel safe, make us wait till you confirm who we are, and if you can't, don't let us in.
This is great. Can you take one more lap for us? Can we give a round of applause to the water department?
I have one question. I see your colleagues back here working. Do you have more than one shift, Nancy? And really, who put the video together? Kevin, what do you look at online? What's going on there?
All right, thank you.
I work for code enforcement.
And would there be a reason why you need to show up at someone's house unannounced?
Yes, there's four primary reasons. One would be we've driven by your house and we've seen a violation that we would like to speak with you about. Another reason would be somebody complained about a violation and we're doing an investigation on that. A third reason would be if we are trying to see somebody else's violations and we can't see it from a right of way, we may knock and ask if we can go into your backyard to see it. And another one would be if we're doing a rental inspection and your landlord has failed to tell you that we're coming at this point in time.
Very good. And when you show up unannounced and you want to go inside their house, how can they maybe verify who you are?
Well, we usually tuck these away because they get in the way of the job that we're doing, but we always have these badges. Always have these badges. We also have these badges. We have an option of wearing one or the other, but most of us wear both of them. Also, we always have a logo on our shirt.
And when you guys show up, where would you park and what are the description of your guys' vehicles?
Our vehicles are white with the code enforcement emblem on the side. There's no lights or anything. It's just really hard to miss being bright white. We will almost never park in your garage unless we're on Villa Street or a very crowded street where there is no off-street parking or off-driveway parking. So mostly we will park right in front of your house on the street.
Well, very good. And, if somebody asks you, I don't believe who you are, let me see some identification, man. Are you going to be offended? You're just going to walk away? What's going to happen?
Why, absolutely not. We are here to serve the community. That's our job. So if you're being safe, that makes us comfortable. And you can always call 311. That's the best number I would advise you to call because most of our complaints come through 311.
All right, thank you. Want to take one more lap? We hear it from our code enforcement.
Not assigned today, I'm on the public ed assignment today, so I'm here for you guys. Randy Price, he's a lieutenant. You can tell our lieutenants are our officers. They've got the white shirts on, and so that's the guy who's overall in charge of the crew. And I'll let him introduce his crew to you.
This here is Nate Backett. He's he's on the back end. He's the guy that does most of the work. Steve Crawford, he's the guy that drives. He's the one that's up in the driver's seat and he does all the driving.
Who changes the channel?
All right, so what might be a reason, everybody knows the obvious of a fire, but are there any other reasons that you might show up at someone's house unannounced?
I would say 99.9% of the time that we're showing up, somebody's called us. There's one exception that we see a lot with seniors is maybe your kids or somebody couldn't get a hold of you and they're calling us for a well-being check on you. So it is possible that we'll be there without you knowing we're coming. We're really, really easy to pick out. There's no subtle to what we do. The big red truck that's outside, the very car going into the water. It's a clue that we're really us. The ambulances aren't small either. They sail the fire department all down the side of them. We're pretty easy to pick out.
Great, and other than, you said the one shirt, but sometimes there's t-shirts, there's dress outfits. Generally speaking, what would the apparel be of someone who shows up from the fire department?
That's a great question. You can see all the way in the back there, there's one of our chief officers. He's got a white shirt on as well. The chief officers are in charge of running stuff, similar to a lieutenant. So they'll pretty often be dressed exactly like you see Chief Bruce back there. If we're coming for an EMS type call, we'll be dressed pretty much like you see us now.
if it's a fire call, we'll have the bunk gear and the air pack and everything that a 6-year-old would picture a firefighter looking like. If your house is on fire, that's what we should look like. If your house is on fire, don't ask questions, please, and then worry about coming in later.
That's great. Anything else the community should know about the fire department, or when you show up, or maybe even a tip or two about from the fire department?
Actually, if you've got any questions, please don't be afraid to get a hold of us. You know, a lot of times people have questions about the smoke detector, the carbon monoxide detector. We're happy to come out and help you guys with that. We're here for you. We're services available. We work in close coordination with the police department here. If you've got any questions, get a hold of us, and we'll figure it out for you.
All right, you guys want to take one more lap, and let's hear it for the Elgin Fire Department. There's always a lot of back and forth to the police.
Jason, I was guarding the donuts to make sure there are enough people here.
Those guys always travel in groups. They never go all alone. And they always love the siren, even at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. There's a lot of back and forth with police and fire. There's not a more solid group. I mean, our fire department is one of the best. So thank you very much, guys, for taking the time to come on today. And other than the obvious of delivering mail, what might you need to show up at someone's house unannounced?
If I have a certified for you, if I have a parcel for you, or anything that needs a signature, or if I need money.
You've been admitted to scamming people.
And how do you guys identify yourself, both your dress and the cars you drive?
Okay, if you're a regular carrier like me, and I have my own route, I will have a full uniform on. We all have IDs, no matter whether we have a uniform or not. People that are not regulars are CCAs, which are we call them temporary employees, but they come and they have any kind of clothes on. But they should have this and this. Always.
Always, all right. And is there ever a reason when you're at someone's house where you would need to come inside their house?
Absolutely not.
All right. And when you are going to be dropping off a package, maybe postage or what have you, where would you park your vehicle?
Usually we carry everything in our bag. So we could park 1 to 3 or 4 blocks away and walk. So you might not see my vehicle, but you should be able to recognize me from my dress or ID and bag.
Wonderful. If you can take one more lap, can we hear it for the United States Coast? Thank you very much. Explain who you work for and identify you and your partner.
My name is Justin Kuzro. I work for Comcast Xfinity, and this is my buddy Rashad.
Your buddy works with you too?
Yes, sir.
Oh. There you go. Is there any reason you would need to show up at someone's house unannounced?
Yes, sir. My sole job is to do door-to-door sales. So I go to people who do not currently have Comcast Xfinity or their internet and television providers, go through, compare the services that they have, and see if we can get them better service as well as save them money.
And what type of vehicle do you drive? And could you explain it? Is there any markings or anything on it?
I drive my personal vehicle, which is a 2-door sports car. And, what they do, reimburse mileage. I have magnetic stickers, that says Comcast Xfinity. A lot of the times, individuals like myself will drive their personal cars.
All right, and when you show up at someone's house, where would you park?
You know what? When I show up to work an area, I will park anywhere on the block because as well as contacting the individual, I will go up and down the street and contact their neighbors as well. So, yes, sir.
Great. And is there ever a reason you need to go inside someone's home?
You know what, if the sales process is going well and they would like to further sign up with Comcast Xfinity, we might sit down at their kitchen table and go through the process, but otherwise, I don't believe that I would go into somebody's home.
I know you pointed to your identification. Does everyone have to wear identification or a shirt that says Xfinity or Comcast?
Absolutely. This is my Comcast identification. This is my local city solicitor's permit. And I also have certification from the state, which is a PERT card. Everybody wears identification.
Great. Anything else you want to say to the community as far as when you guys show up or anything besides trying to sell Comcast?
You know what? I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be here and represent Comcast. And, you know, let's everybody stay safe.
Great. You want to take one more lap? And Chris Merritt, you have anything?
I just want to know why they're really package, cheeseburger.
What's your card look like?
Thank you very much. Welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself and who you work for?
Yes, I am Joshua Stolzner, and I'm a service technician with WOW Internet Cable and Phone.
All right, and why would you need to show up, or would you ever need to show up at someone's house unannounced?
It does happen when we have service outages. Sometimes we need to come out to check out what's going on in that area, and we may need access to the backyard to take a look at what's going on.
Okay, and would you ever need to go inside someone's home?
Very rarely. If you are not a WOW customer, we would have absolutely no business being inside your home. But if you do have our services, sometimes a problem inside your home is what's causing that problem in that particular area.
And what would you be, or you were the general person who show up, what would they be wearing, how would they identify themselves?
Well, first and foremost, every WOW employee has a badge with their name. We also have ID numbers to match that. So if you were uncertain, you can certainly call WOW and say, I have technician number 2238, which is mine, and they can verify that I indeed do have business in that area.
Okay, what does your vehicle look like, and where would you park when you came by someone's home?
We always try to park right in front of the home, or in front of the home, right or left of that home. We have large service vans with ladders on top. All of them have a bright WOW and yellow letters across the each side.
Wonderful. Anything else we missed?
As far as uniforms go, we typically like to wear bright colored shirts, all with the WOW label, and our pants will either be tan or black.
All right. You can take one more lap, and can we hear it for WOW? Thanks for coming.
Construction and maintenance.
You have a name?
My name is Sam, and I own the company.
Okay. Is there a reason you would need to show up at someone's house unannounced?
Absolutely. All the time, actually. We come unannounced, and what I'd like to do is after I complete a job in your neighborhood, I'd like to go and drive around, and if I see you working in the yard, sometimes I'll approach you and I'll tell you about how your concrete driveway is worn out. Or you might have some shingles that have fallen off in the backyard, and I'd like to take you back there and show you what I can provide. We are in the top 80% of Illinois Better Business Bureau. Excuse me, I'm a little nervous, Chief. In Illinois.
Wonderful. And what kind of outfits do you wear?
Typically anything that we would have on from the night before, say, if we were depends how late I was out, how many jobs I got the night before. But typically it would just be a construction outfit with no markings on it whatsoever.
How about your vehicle? What kind of vehicle would you be driving?
I like to drive an old pickup truck, usually. It doesn't matter what color. Usually I'll have... Is it yours? Sometimes it is, you know, it's just down the south, what have you. I'll show up to somebody's house, and usually old pickup trucks with tools, ladders, construction equipment in the back.
Wonderful. Where would you park when you go by someone's house to go up and knock on the door?
I usually park where my license plate would face away from your home, or I like to keep my tailgate down, because it prevents drag, you know, and with gas being $2.50 a gallon, all I like to say.
And why would you need to go inside someone's house unannounced?
Oh, there's a ton of reasons. I like to save people money, such as yourself. And today, one time only, I will be out here after the program to spend % off of any home improvement ideas that you might need or have. But typically, I would like to come in and maybe check to see, like the water department, I like to help out seniors too. We check your water pressure. I like to check in the backyard. I show you where there's hail damage, and I'll take you back there and then just kind of show you around, show you what I can do for you.
All right, I'm not sure about this guy. Would anybody let this guy inside their house? No? Nobody let him inside their house? You don't have much business here, pal. I don't know. Oh, look at this. Scam.
Scam.
It was Sam's Construction Maintenance. Oh, look at that. Sam's Construction and Maintenance, no scam. Can I get an auto roll? And I'm going to turn over the next few to Officer Merritt. We actually had Chief Merritt. But we had a little fun with that, but how true was a lot of that? I mean, that's exactly what they're doing. They're driving around in undescript type of vehicles. They keep the back tailgate down so you can't see the license plate. They're coming up. They're trying to go in your backyard. They'll try to sell you anything, and if you don't know, give us a call. That's what you pay the police department to do. People come out and make sure that they are registered with the city, and if they're not, hopefully we can arrest the people who are putting these scams on people. So one more time, that was actually Officer Chan Van Gaster. Yes, ma'am.
I'd like a little hit, please.
Have equipment, our cars we park. I mean, if it's a normal day, our meter readers park quite a bit away. They could be at the beginning of your neighborhood, walk the entire neighborhood. If it's something that we consider a possible hazardous situation, we may end up parking your car in front of your house. Our vehicles run anywhere from little tiny, Chevy Cruises to big giant rigs with giant tractors and trenchers on the back.
Do you wear a uniform? How will we know who you are?
Every single one of us wears a vest of some kind. So if it's nice and it's warm like this, we'll be in khaki shorts, a short sleeve shirt, but everything will have our logo on the back. If it's during colder months, we'll have jackets, but no matter what happens, we're in bright greenish yellow and the shiny stripes on something. We always will have that.
Do you wear ID cards?
Every single one of us has a NICOR ID, and they all look the same. They all have that, and if necessary, you can always call the police. We get used to it. As a meter reader, we got used to having the police call on me 2, 3, 4 times a week. We just get used to it, and that's the best possible solution. If you're ever uncomfortable, call the police, call your local municipality. They will track down your supervisor, they'll track down the individual, they'll ask them questions, they'll make sure that you're safe.
Thank you. Give him another one.
job. He's got rid of it.
What's your name?
My name is Matt Williams. I work with ComEd. I'm a meter reader.
And would you go to somebody's house unannounced?
Yeah, we do every day. We're in the neighborhoods. We're usually at your house. You'll never really see us unless your meter is inside. And if your meter is inside, that's the only time we'll come to read your meter inside the house.
How would we know your car? Where would you park?
Depending, some neighborhoods are bigger than others. We could be all the way down the street, or we could be right in front of your house.
And are your cars marked with any of this?
Yeah, there's a couple different type of cars that we drive. We drive Focuses. Some of us drive Ford Rangers, and there might be a Prius or two, but they'll always say ComEd on the side and have the neon and orange on the back bumpers and stuff.
How about your uniform? Do you wear one?
This is the typical meter reader uniform. We always have a vest on that says ComEd. The guys will always have boots on, whether they have shorts or pants on, they'll always have boots on. If a meter reader comes to your door with tennis shoes on, he's not a meter reader. We always carry our handhelds, and in the handheld is all the information, your address, your phone number, so if you ever have a question, or you're questioning your meter reader, you can always say, well, hey, could you maybe tell me the account number, or whatever the case might be, we have all that here. Always safety glasses above the waist. We all have IDs, and you'll see us with a can of dog spray for the dogs. Nobody wants to get bit. And an umbrella for the dogs as well. If you do not see your meter reader with boots, an umbrella, ID, handheld, and a vest, he's not your meter reader.
Thank you very much. I take that back. That was terrifying. All right, what's your name?
Lawrence Judkins of the ATT Ubers.
Would you go to somebody's house unannounced?
Occasionally we do. We will have a customer maybe next door down the street. We may have to access your backyard by the telephone pole, or maybe one of those green pedestal things that you keep mowing around. So we have to gain access to that so we can get the customer that we want to get service.
How about your uniform? Do you guys wear one?
Yes, all the Ubers technicians have branded apparel. They either be blue, orange, like my manager's out back there, tan pants, all required, like ComEd, to wear boots, and we all carry an ID, maybe clipped on, or if their clip spray could be in their wallet, but they will show it to you.
What kind of a car do you drive, and how's it identified?
I drive a big, flashy van with Uber stickers on the side. Can't miss it. We do have Ford F-150s and some of these little vehicles, but they usually have decals, highly visible. Managers, they have like little sedans and some pickup trucks. They also have the ATT logo on it.
Where would you park when you're doing a service job?
Well, when I'm doing service for that specific customer, I'll be in front of his house or in his driveway. Let's say, but if you're like his neighbor and I have to access your backyard, you won't see my vehicle because it'll be at the customer's house.
All right, thank you very much.
This guy looks like a pro.
What's your name?
Fred Mahaffey.
And who do you work for?
For FedEx.
And is there a reason that you would go to somebody's house unannounced?
Yes, every day we have a delivery for your house. We'll come to your house, knock on the door, try to get a signature. If it's a release, then we'll leave the package at your front door.
What kind of car do you drive?
We drive anywhere from a small van to a large truck. They're all white with the FedEx logo on the side.
Are any of them ever unmarked?
There might be a time during peak times, Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, obviously. We'll rent vans, but those will also have the magnetic FedEx logos on the vehicles.
And do you wear a uniform?
Yes, they'll have a uniform like this. Sometimes they may wear shorts as it gets warmer, but they'll have the blue and the shorts that are like this, but they may just be shorts.
They're shorts. Are you required to wear an ID?
Yes. Every FedEx employee is required to wear an ID with their picture on it, so they're easily identified. If they don't see an ID, ask to see it. They're asked to sign for a package.
And if you went to somebody's house, would you ever have a reason to go inside?
There is no reason that a FedEx employee should be inside their house. I guess the one exception is a very large box. We can set it inside for you, but that's as far as we go.
Set it inside?
Generally set it inside.
Thank you. Is it a requirement to park in the middle of the street if traffic backs up behind you, or is that... Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you notice that I didn't ask that question, because we all know where we know where they park. What's your name?
My name is Jill Schmidt.
And who do you work for?
I work for UPS, United Parcel Service.
Thank God, because that's an atrocious crowd. I got to tell you. It is. Would you ever have a reason to show up at somebody's house unannounced?
Oh yes, we would. Most of the time you probably expect your packages, but occasionally you get something you're not expecting. We always ring the bell, and usually we just drive a release that will leave it for you. But there are occasions when we do need to get a signature, or if it's a COD, we might need some money from you.
Any reason that you would go inside someone's home?
No, absolutely not. We are not allowed inside of your homes. As the FedEx gentleman mentioned too, we can place the package inside across the threshold, but we cannot walk inside at all. We're not allowed.
And your uniform, does everybody wear that?
Everybody wears this uniform. Sometimes we do wear shorts. We always have to have work boots or work shoes. So again, if you see anyone in gym shoes that is wearing a UPS uniform, they're not with UPS. Always brown.
And do you have an ID that you wear?
We don't wear IDs. We carry IDs with us. We're not required to actually wear them, but we always have them with us. So if you would want to see it, we could show it to you. It's a picture ID.
And how would we identify your vehicle?
Well,
they're making me ask.
No, it's a good question. We have big brown package cars most of the time. Sometimes we have small vans, but they always have the UPS shield on it, the UPS logo. Occasionally at Christmas time, we will rent some Ryder trucks or Hertz trucks, and we will be in something that doesn't look brown, but we do put our logo on the side so that it is identifiable. You'll know that.
And then where do you park when you deliver a package?
We always try to park in front of your home. We won't block your driveway, but we will be close to it. So if somebody comes to your door with one of these uniforms on and you don't see a big brown truck, don't open your door. It's not it.
Okay, thank you very much. And we're going to do a final walkthrough so we can have a second look at all these models. We give a round of applause, please.
Just got one thing to add. I know we have the easiest way to find out where the squad car is going to be, look for the nearest hydrant. The squad car will be right in front of that. Well done, guys. So doing how I like that one. And it took 12 of them to come up with that one. Let's hear it for our MC, Paul Chief.
I gotta tell you, learn something every day, and Matt Williams, thanks, that's good information, because, you know, the sunglasses, seriously, sunglasses, the boots, you know, a lot of us didn't know that. So if we had, and, somebody else who said they wear boots, was that AT&T, whoever, you guys, you know, so now we know, if somebody who acts like a combat, they got tennis shoes on, and we know that's most likely a scammer, so thanks a lot, guys, appreciate everybody. Well, one great thing about this that I think is some of these people compete with each other, yet they're here for us to help keep you safe. So let's give them another big round of applause. So on behalf of Elgin Township TRIAD, thanks for coming. Our models will stick around if you have any questions for their certain businesses. Please approach them afterwards, but please drive safe going home, and thanks again. Bye-bye.